where sunshine records and clouds determinants are conducted, and how information produced at that level is transmitted through different units of the Met system to the final consumer, and how forecast data is also received from the rest of the world. Weather forecasts, according to officials, plays an important role in the movements of aircrafts. In this vein, human resource capacity building and acquiring modern meteorological instruments is a challenge. The minister and entourage were later taken to the Met Training School, where 18 people are undergoing a 10-month training program. The last port of call was Sea Tide Forecasting Station, situated at the Gambia Ports Authority, where the port's management promised to fence the facilities installed for forecasting. Minister Gay described the tour fruitful, seeing first-hand information and the essential role clean water and weather forecasts play in our lives.
You don't know about the weather. Maybe you don't have landing rights by aeroplanes in our airports. So the importance of that information, again, is very vital. And this ministry values that so much so that we are looking forward in terms of, adding more activities into that, or the human aspect, the human resource development should be taken care of too, because it's a very important job.
The Director of Water Resources, Usman Jaju, revealed some of the ministry's plans in the pipeline that will be addressing issues confronting them.
One of the projects, which is the early warning project, is replacing some of the absolute equipment that you refer to. We are going to have an automatic weather station. In fact, one is already installed at the airport. We are going to move the station, the observatory at the airport. We have 3 projects that are going to intervene. Right now, we are going to sign an MOU with the African Climate Policy Center, which is a technical arm of the African Union based in Addis. And we would have an upper air station, which is going to be a modern upper air station. Of course, sustainability would be an aspect, but we would work hand in glove with the civil aviation authorities to ensure that that is maintained.
Jaju added currently 3 people are undergoing training in the UK and 6 people are in Nigeria for 1-year training.
A CODEF-MET regional project which is housed in the Gambia, so that project is also going to support the capacity constraints. I can assure you that in 2 years' time you would see a modern automatic weather station throughout the country.
Minister Gay commended all the technical workers on the ground for their efforts despite some challenges and constraints. For Grts News, I am Fatou Jassi.
A young Gambian writer has published a book in honor of President Jammeh for his breakthrough treatment of HIV and AIDS. Fatou Drame, a law student at the University of the Gambia, said she published the book to showcase President Jammeh's achievements in the field of treatment. Mamadou Jallo sat down with the budding writer ahead of the book's launch.
As a science student, but I also believe in the gift of God. I believe I have the talent, and I have started writing since 2004 when I took part in a children's writing competition organized by the Child Protection Alliance, and then I was part of the winners. Since then, I also started to develop this writing in myself, and later when the president also started treating the HIV, AIDS, asthma and other diseases, as an African, I believe in it. As a Muslim, I believe in it because any disease that is sent down, it has a cure. And since my president as an African leader has a cure, I stand out to champion it because I believe I am an ambassador to those treated, those to be treated, and those under treatment. So to champion it and show the president that we, the Gambian people, particularly the young people, appreciate his breakthrough program, I write this book and dedicated it to him.
Okay. When I look at this book, on the cover you have the picture of His Excellency the President. What is this book about? Is it basically about him?
It has some poems that are written in appreciation of his breakthrough program, but the book is an epic collection of poems, stories and riddles. It also has in it my platform during the Miss 22nd July Scholarship Pageant in 2009, where I came out as the second runner-up. So it's really beautiful because I have many poems there, some stories, African stories, and also some riddles. I have the answers there. But the most important thing is I have tried my best to show the whole world that as Gambian people, we truly believe in the treatment program.
Okay.
We champion it because, you know, we are Africans. And why is it that even African man comes out to say, I have the cure for this? Why should we not believe it? You know, when Coartem was discovered, nobody talked. Now HIV/AIDS is discovered a cure, why should people talk? Is it because he's a black man and an African man? Well, people like me don't want to believe in that. And that is why I'm here to champion this. And I'm sure there are many other people, especially young people, who are there to support this cause.
Yeah, actually that's right. Now this book, you're launching it, when is the launching?
Under the proud sponsorship of His Excellency the President. I'm launching it Friday, 11th January 2013 at Caraba Beach Hotel, 5 p.m. prompt. And I want to take the opportunity to invite the entire Gambian population, you know, especially those who really believe in this treatment program. I'm calling on everybody, the school children, the young people, the women, old women, everybody to come and grace this very important occasion under the patronage of His Excellency the President.
Where ethnic clashes in Southeast Kenya claimed the lives of 20 people, among them 5 children, and the opposition in Venezuela has accused the country's Supreme Court of meddling in politics. This as the top court in Caracas postponed the 3rd swearing-in ceremony of President Hugo Chavez. Those and other stories when we come back right after this break.
Very nice country. Just sitting here doing nothing.
This is precisely what you've been looking for. A vacation in some exotic destination, green and always sunny, amid ever blue skies, navigable rivers, and clean white beaches. Begging for a lazy day, you gotta be in the destination which brings together all these qualities. It's 2013 and time to experience the ultimate break, savoring moments that will stay with you forever. Discover the characterful delight of this smiling coast on the expedition with me, Ibrahim Ajata, at this time on GRTS.
Welcome back to GRTS News. Ethnic clashes in Southeast Kenya claimed the lives of 20 people, including 5 children. And 15 Russian sailors who were being detained for illegally entering Nigerian territorial waters are set to appear in court. Arrested since last October, Moscow was calling for the release of the men accused of arm running. We have details of those stories and others in the CFI report.
Violence continues between tribes in southeastern Kenya. Some 20 people were killed over the past 48 hours in reprisal attacks between the Orma and Pokomo tribes, and children are not spared.
We lost, unfortunately, 10 people, among them 5 children, and some of the bodies were burnt in the houses.
The two communities have clashed intermittently for years, mainly over access to grazing, farmland and water. Some 150 people have been killed in the region since the month of August. South African police fired rubber bullets to repel hundreds of rock-throwing farm workers during a strike for higher wages on Thursday. It was the second day of violence in the grape-growing Western Cape region. The strikers launched a fresh round of industrial action to press for the doubling of their wages, which is currently the equivalent of €6 a day. I just came out of the house and got shot. All we want is that they give us the 150 rand, then we will do the work as the farmers want it, like we did for years. This latest bout of industrial action follows unprecedented work stoppages in the country, including a miners' strike that turned violent and left more than 50 people dead. 15 Russian sailors detained in Nigeria are to appear in court. Their ship was intercepted by the Nigerian Navy in October. It was allegedly transporting some 40 assault rifles and a large quantity of ammunition. The vessel is said to have left the Cook Islands in the South Pacific and arrived in Nigeria's waters without permission. The intended destination or planned use of the arms was not clear. Moscow